Hi Virgo and welcome to Esotera Tarot. My name is Lydia and today I am pulling energies and messages for the sign of Virgo for what you don't see coming this week. We're going to do things a little bit differently this week, Virgo, if you guys don't mind. My Ram Rider weights didn't really want to come out today, but my little pocket archetypes did. So I thought we'd pull some of those at the end of the reading. And I'm going to start on this side of the board for you, Virgo. Just get a little energy check, a little snapshot. Then we'll move into the other side of the board. That would be the energy that you don't see coming. It could either be a person, a place, a situation. Could also just be you reflecting back to me some kind of inner change you didn't expect. And then we'll go to the potential outcome and your reaction to the whole thing, see what decision you're going to make, and then we will finish off with some advice from the universe. And as usual, we will clarify. Don't worry about that, Virgo. Okay, and as usual, I set the intention of these readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if this reading isn't resonating with you, Virgo, don't worry about it. Pop over to one of my other videos. I'm sure you'll find yourself in there somewhere. With that, Virgo, I'm just going to jump straight in, starting with your energies here. So, Spirit, can you please show me Virgo, please? Can you show me Virgo? Can you show me Virgo, please? Can you show me Virgo? Can you show me Virgo, please? Can you show me Virgo? Virgo, please. Virgo. How's Virgo? Let's do a little Virgo check-in. Page of Swords. To be fair, for Virgo, that's pretty good. Because you're in your head a lot, Virgos in general. You're trying to keeping an eye on that. Okay, good. Good. Death. Oh, okay, now we see why. Four of Swords. Yeah. You're through a major change. You're trying not to think about it too much. You're kind of trying to go with the flow. Stay aligned to what feels good to you as your guide, which implies that you're in touch with your intuition and your heart. Nice, Virgo. I like it. Okay. You are thinking about it. You're not, sticking your head in the sand to anything. You are vigilant to anything that might cause an issue, but at the same time, you're trying not to overthink it. I think you're kind of tired. You're like mentally drained. You're like, oh, do you know what? I've got to the point where just do what you like. Okay. Right. Well, okay, Virgo. Nice. I'm just going to pull some more energies for what's going on. So I get a whole picture of what's happening and then we'll clarify. Okay. Oh, Queen of Wands. All right. Okay. Two of Cups. Yes, there's another energy here. This isn't just you involved here. And the Three of Pentacles. Somebody wants to come in and work on something with you. They are very highly attracted to you at the moment. When I say that, it could be physically or it could be, someone sees your LinkedIn profile and thinks you're an attractive candidate for a position, right? It varies. There's a spectrum here, Virgo. Somebody's spotted you and seeing a lot of great potential there. I mean, of course, you're going to be fabulous. They want to connect about working on a project or a partnership. They want your involvement in this partnership. Now, that could be literally what I just said, which was you work on literally a project at work, or it could be a partnership, romantic, or otherwise. Okay, let's have a look at the potential outcome, your reaction here. How are you taking this, Virgo? What are you going to do about it? Let's have a look. Judgment, yeah, of course, you're going to make a choice on this. Strength, it's a difficult choice for you. And the Six of Cups, I thought that would come out. The only way you're going to have a difficult choice over someone coming into you is if there is an energetic attachment that's deep. Well, of course they're going to, because they wouldn't appear on my table if it wasn't deep. The person who spoke to you for 5 minutes at the bus stop is very unlikely to end up on my table with you. It'll be more, but the ex you had from 5 years ago is more likely to show up, even if you're not thinking about them, if you know what I mean. There's a degree of familiarity involved here, and it represents a judgment. There's going to be life-changing, I think, for you, or at least something that you will look back on and realise is a pivotal moment for you. So you're treading lightly. You're trying to do the right thing. And the right thing isn't always the easiest thing, Virgo. The right thing isn't always the thing that you want to do. So that's why that Strength card is there, something that you find difficult in regards to a soul bond, soul connection. Okay, all right. So I assume here that there is some distance. Someone you've not seen or heard from in a little while. I'm not getting that they're triggering this death process. It might have been them, or it might have been a series of people, or experiences that are triggering this death process you're going through. This is just a deep state of change. For those of you unaware of death processes, it just means deep emotional change, something to do with your alignment. You're trying to stay still through it all. You're weathering that storm. You're trying to handle it like a boss. Good. And not overthink about it. You're recognizing that the changes that are happening within you at the moment, Virgo, are emotional, spiritual, subconscious changes. That while you are engaged in it from a logical perspective, so you will you are sitting with yourself, you are choosing to meditate, you are choosing to journal, or choosing to do therapy, or whatever it is you're choosing to do as part of your process. So you are consciously engaging with it, but you're not overthinking it, which is beautiful for you. That's stunning. Just that, and just this on its own, I'm so proud of you, because I know how difficult that is for Virgos, not to get so intellectually involved in their own state of change, transformation, and evolution. It's almost like you're allowing the energy just to pass through you, and you're just acknowledging it. You'll still be tracking yourself and your progress, but you're trying not to interfere with the emotional changes going on. You're just kind of handling them as they come up, which is great. Keep doing that. Your person's looking pretty good, if I'm honest with you. At least so far, we haven't clarified. They're finding their confidence. They're bringing their confidence up. They've been taking care of themselves. They're trying not to force their will on anyone, especially you. They think of you often. They still feel very highly connected to you. And then there's this work situation, working on something. Working together, coming together to do something outside of yourselves. Okay. And then in judgment, we kind of went over this already, so I'm not going to go too far into that again. I am just keen to jump in and clarify for you, Virgo. Okay, let's clarify, please. Virgo, can you show me Virgo, please? Can you show me Virgo, please? Virgo. Virgo, please. Can you show me Virgo, please? Virgo. 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 Virgo, please. Can you show me Virgo? Two of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, we are going to talk about that. Four of Wands. Oh, okay. You've got two fours, very steady. You're steady on the inside, you're also steady on the outside. That's a little side note there. Well, at the moment you're concerned with working on this on your process. You are showing me somehow it is connected to them. Very much so. You've actually been watching out for them. In a way. Not like a stressful way. I don't think you're stressing over it. You've just been like, oh, I wonder what they're doing. You would like to come together. You would like to commit with this person. You would. It's something that you hope to envision after you've gone through this state of internal change. That's probably why you're just allowing it to happen. You realise the more you allow it to happen, the faster the healing will come, the change will come in, and then maybe on the other side of it, they might be there waiting for you. Whoever or whatever this is. I think you might be right, Virgo, but let's take a look. Okay. Right. Yeah, there was an ending. 10 of Swords, bottom of the deck. Just caught my eye. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Let's go for the energy attached to you. Can we please see the energy attached to Virgo, please? Can we see the energy attached to Virgo? Can we see the energy attached to Virgo, please? The energy attached to Virgo. The energy attached to Virgo, please. Energy attached to Virgo. Page of Wands. King of Wands. Oh, wow. Ace of Wands. I don't think I've ever seen that. Look at this. Ace of Wands, King of Wands, Page of Wands. Wands is action, passion, drive, will. This person is very, very motivated to come back around to you. Yeah? We got confirmation of the ending just there. Because I wasn't sure if this had ended because I hadn't seen an ending. I'm just saying you transforming. This very well could have been happening in an active partnership, especially with the Four of Wands coming out. Thank you, Spirit. Confirm there very quickly for me. This is over an ended situation. So if you've not ended with this person, Virgo, it might not be your reading. Check another placement. You can also, endings can come differently. So yeah, you could be technically still under the same roof as this person, but the relationship has dissolved. The end of a cycle. A break. That sort of thing. Right, now to break this down in terms of what your person's going to do. Let's get to the meat. Yeah, they are opening up to you. They are going to take an action to open up towards you, I believe. So I think you're going to be on the receiving end of this. King of Wands, they feel very passionately connected towards you. This is someone who finds you very, very attractive, almost to the point of irresistible. They have been waiting for the right time to approach. They've been wanting to approach for a while. They've been waiting for the right time because remember, that for those of you who may or may not have heard me say before, the King of Wands is the king of timing. People forget this about the King of Wands. We all write him off as, you know, foot boy or something, you know. He's not. He can be, but he's also mastered timing. He can control his impulses. He can control it. This person has some kind of impulse around you that probably in the past they could not control. And the impulse could be positive or negative. So impulse of, oh my God, I can't stay away from Virgo. It could also be an impulse of breaking off of things. Like, oh my God, this is too much for me, impulsively breaks off. They have mastered their impulse towards you in some way, whether positive, negative, or negative impulse. Then the Ace of Wands, the impulse remains, though. It is still there. They're still feeling it. It's not going away. I think some of them thought that it would go away in time as your physical contact dissolved. That naturally they get less and less excited by the idea of you. That has proven not to be the case. When they think of coming together with you to do something, very excited about it, wanting to act on it, but waiting for the right time. Good. They have reached some kind of level of maturity here, and when they come forward, I'm glad to report it isn't overwhelming. This is them. This is actually what the King of Wands does. Big old burst of wanting to do something. The King of Wands gets involved and puts a bit of logic in there and goes, "Hang on, let's do this right this time." Manages to get it down to a little old Page of Wands. Doesn't want to frighten you off. He doesn't want to come at you with a big old Ace of Wands, and we do know what this card means. It is the sexiest card in the deck. I'll let you piece that one together, Virgo, for those of you where this is referring to a romantic or emotional relationship. Okay, let's go down to Judgment and see what the outcome is, what it possibly could be. Let's have a look. I expect this in the next week to 2 weeks, something like that. That's where I would set the intention for most of my readings, except for our monthly reads. That can always change, though. I'm constantly experimenting with new kind of reads and stuff like that. So mostly it is the next week or two. I feel this person's going to reach out to you. Okay, can we please get some clarification, please, for the bottom row there, Spirit? Some clarification for the bottom row there, please. 10 of Wands. Yeah, I thought so. 7 of Swords. Yeah. And the Magician. You ain't stupid, though, are you, Virgo? There you are. You appeared as yourself, Virgo. That's Virgo and Gemini there. Some of you may have some strong Gemini placements. Check those. Check that reading. If you have any placements in Gemini there. Okay, we've got the 10 of Wands. It's difficult, so I was saying at the beginning, you're like, this is going to come together, but it's not going to be easy. I think maybe some trust was broken over here with all this impulsive energy surrounding this person. I wouldn't be surprised. You may have difficulty trusting them to be able to hold the connection in a way that you need. Look, the Magician. Now, the Magician is about bringing things together, but if you want to hold a relationship together, you need 2 magicians. You're willing to do it. There's your Magician. Is their Magician there to hold it together for the long term, to keep feeding in the positive emotions towards it? That's what you need for it to be sustained. So yeah, then bursting through and coming up with all this passion and drive for you, what is wonderful. It's actually what you hope for, because you do want to come together with them, the 4 of Wands. You feel aligned with this person. There's something about them that just makes your heart sing, right? Something like that. But there is this side of them that is not controllable. They are trying to control it, though. They're trying. But I think you're going to have to see the proof. You're showing me the difficulty over making a decision. Judgment is about making a turning point kind of decision. It's a major arcana card, so it's going to be a decision that affects the course of things going forwards. From a 5D kind of perspective, okay? But the ball is really in your court. It is your choice. But it's a difficult choice, not one that you are taking lightly. You're like, this is a struggle, I'm not sure. So on one hand, you want to move towards them, your heart desires them, you feel aligned with them, they feel right for you, they keep you calm. But you want to continue working on this process that is also becoming equally as important to you, Virgo. You want to protect that. It kind of started off that you wanted to go through this process to get to them, but as the process, this death process goes on, this major transformation happens within you, the more you think, maybe not so much. Maybe, yes, I do want commitment. I want alignment. but I want that more than them. At one point, you associated this with them. I want to align and commit to this person. Now I think it's coming to, I want alignment and commitment in general. Can this person provide it to me? Which is growth, maturity, self-worth, self-care, discernment. All those things other spirituality channels tell you to harness, Virgo. You're doing it. Well done. And strength here. You're looking out for deception, deceptive energy, Seven of Swords. Anything that could go wrong. You're going to be a little bit on guard with this person. You're looking out for them to leave. Do I believe what they say? That's what you're going to think when they come in. You're not going to be sure whether or not to believe it. You're going to need your strength of all your discernment and everything you've learned through this process so far to tell you whether or not that's the truth. Now, I'm not saying they are deceiving you. This is you just showing me what you're looking out for. Okay? And I think this is what you're looking out for. You want them to actually do something. You're tired of words. You're tired of promises that are probably broken or whatever because they've promised on impulse. You're like, yeah, but what is this person going to do? The magician is about doing. The magician is about making things happen. The magician also has to be aligned to himself or herself before they can do anything. So you're looking out for alignment in this person as well. You're getting aligned. You expect none less for anyone that you are going to work together with. Because at the end of the day, they want you to do something that is going to cost you energy. Energy that will be taken away from your major transformation process. Because they're showing me the Three of Pentacles. They're wanting to work on something. You're also showing me the Three of Pentacles. However, their Three of Pentacles is working on some random passion or something impulsive, sexual in some cases. Yours is working towards major arcanic change. You tell me which one's the better use of the Three of Pentacles. You're telling me almost if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. And you mean that in a good way and a bad way. Do you want to invite that in again? Not saying that you're not going to. I'm not telling you what to do, Virgo. It's just what you're going. That's what's going to go through your mind. It's what you're going to consider. Okay, I'm going to pull some advice from the universe. I was going to say more, but I'm pulled. I was called just to say no advice. Advice time now. Okay, universe wants to have a word. I'll get off my soapbox, Virgo. Right. Okay. Can I get some advice from the universe for Virgo, please? Oops, sorry, Virgo. Can I get some advice from the universe, please? Virgo, advice from the universe. Advice from the universe for Virgo, please. Advice from the universe, please. Advice from the universe. Two of Stones. You guys are so energetically matched at the moment. Just because you're energetically matched does not mean that you are aligned. Let's make that very clear. The universe will energetically matches with all tons of people for all sorts of different purposes. Doesn't mean they're the love of your life or your next boss or whatever it is you're striving for here. But it's showing me there's a challenge in this dynamic energetically and physically. Something about stability here. Home underneath the depth caught my eye. Queen of Stones, you're looking after yourself. This is also your card, Virgo. This is you, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, many of you are probably staying at home, just nourishing yourself, your surroundings. Just kind of seeing like a little nesting Virgo here. You're creating comfort in the environment that you can control. And you've learnt that from this energy who seems very uncontrollable and unpredictable. And you're like, okay, you're just resting in the predictable at the moment. That's where your source of energy is coming from at the moment. And oh boy, you're going to need it when this person comes through. You're trying to stay grounded throughout all of this. You're like, I'm not going to let this topple me. I'm not going to let this phase me, for better or for worse. Oh, Ten of Cups. Whoa, a wish fulfillment coming in for you. I think regardless of whatever you do, either this person demonstrates to you a whole bunch of things where you're like, oh my God, finally they came around. And believe me, people do not come around often. I do readings all the time, Virgo. People do not come around with the Ten of Cups every single day. Hardly ever at all. Okay? If this isn't someone else coming around, you find that that's down the road almost as a little energetic reward for standing your ground in your pentacle energy here in dealing with this other energy. But I think you do reach Ten of Cups. You finally start asking for what you need from them. And it looks like they may be rising to the occasion, Virgo. Right, just close off with some pocket archetypes, please. And pocket archetypes. Pocket archetypes. Yeah, we've got the vessel here. Yeah, it's how do you hold love? How do they hold love? How do they hold your love? Have they been holding it well? Can they hold it together now? We've got the Seed. These are too many. I'm going to put them back in. I think it's just these two for you today, Virgo. We've got the Seed. Something new is starting for you regardless. And look, here's the water to help the seed grow. Now you're going to Feed your seed or their seed. It'd be great if you could feed each other's, which I think that's really what you want there, Virgo, under this Magician energy. Under the Six of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups there. This has a possibility to be someone coming back around who really does want to water your cups and help you, actually sharing something with you. But you won't make a move on that until you see the evidence, which is wise because you don't want to have to start this process all over again. You've already gotten so far. But it's looking positive. I'll be interested to see how you received and what they say. It's not going to be it's going to be a bit of a slow process getting back on track with this one, Virgo, but it's certainly possible if you want it. It's equally possible for you to walk away and never speak to this person again. You have a beautiful 10 of Cups coming in for you regardless. Okay, Virgo, I'm going to leave your reading there. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated and get some more Virgos into the collective. And if you're interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box for my Calendly link. And with that, Virgo, I'm going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, take care.